once you enter China to do business or do whatever you do, they must make sure that they look for a way to take you around. In every province, that's every state in China, there are tourism attractions.
A coalition of tourism advocates, including the Tourism Volunteers Network and China Tourism Promoters, has launched an initiative to monitor foreign loans for infrastructure development in Nigeria. The aim is to ensure transparency in using funds acquired through the Forum for China-Africa Cooperation, Focac, to boost tourism. This move follows the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) between President Bola Tinubu and Chinese officials during the Focac Summit in Beijing, focusing on building roads, railways, energy, and digital infrastructure to unlock the economic potential of millions of Nigerians, particularly in the tourism industry. At a press conference held on Monday, October 7, 2024 in Abuja, Ambassador Phil Robert calls for accountability, particularly regarding funds from China to improve Nigeria's tourism infrastructure.
From what I found out, which is our challenge in Nigeria, is that number one, infrastructure. You cannot promote tourism without having infrastructure. And some of if you look at the MOU signed by Mr. President, the loan collected, one of the major things in that MOU is infrastructure, agriculture, telecommunication, and all that. So if all of those things are put in place, tourism is going to thrive. We found out that Nigeria has been collecting money from these Chinese, which you know. But at the end of the day, we don't see what those money are being used for. So when they come back to Nigeria, we don't know whether they share the money or whatever. So we now decided that since we were part of the people that witnessed when Mr. President collected this money, and we are tourism advocates in Nigeria, and one of the challenges we've been having in Nigeria from our research and all that is that we found out that tourism has not been able to grow because of infrastructural development. So we decided that we want to follow how this money is being spent to make sure that infrastructure is in place so that tourism can now thrive.
He warned that without proper oversight, the country risks losing opportunities. Hence, they need to address the country's dilapidated road network to attract more tourists for development.
We are coming for all of them. We want to make sure that this money is being released. We read on the publication on the news where the former Chinese ambassador was invited by Laya Mohammed, and he was talking about this same loan that was given to them, 500 million, that was supposed to be used for promotion of tourism. And we saw when Laya Mohammed was saying they want to convert that money to building the NTA digital whatever. So all of these loans have been collected from China for years, but we have not seen what they have been able to do with it. So we are now coming out as citizens to say enough is enough. This money must be used for the reason it has been used. Guess what? Because when they collect these loans or grants for China, it is us that is going to pay. We are buying fuel now 1,000 naira. They are saying that Nigeria is owing all those things. It's because of we are the ones paying. So you cannot collect money and say we should pay, and that money will not be used for what it's used for.
Other experts also lend their voices, calling for more investment in tourism as a means to drive economic growth and combat insecurity. They stress that this accountability drive could signal a shift in how foreign loans are managed.
We have demarketed our country too long enough, and it's time to recalibrate the narrative. Reason being that, you see, it begins with us. The way we set the pace, how Nigeria is perceived, actually begins from how you report Nigeria to the world.
The media to help us with, promoting these positive stories about the country, about the cities, about the communities that we have.
And give us tour buses that we can use to take people to different tourism sites in promoting tourism. Because if tourism is thriving in Nigeria, a lot of all these things we are talking about will not happen. You say insecurity, forget about insecurity. Once people are now cautious of the fact that tourism can thrive, even you who is the person that is causing insecurity in your community, by the time you are empowered as a tour guide, I'm not sure you will go and be destroying those tourism facilities in your community.
The group is hopeful that this will lead to sustainable tourism development across the nation. Vincent Okushi, QTV News, Nigeria.